So this is one of the seats out of my '84 Firebird. This was my first car and I just bought it back about a month ago. It is a complete mess. It still has the old tune port in it. And it has a lot more body damage than when I sold it. It was in really good shape when I sold it. But that was 21 years ago. A lot seems to have happened to the poor thing. So the plan for this car is an LS with a T56, redo the interior, fix the rust. Yeah, that's not the worst rust. Wait for it. Oh yeah. So I'll fix the floor pan and whatever else under here needs fixing. But for now I'm going to clean up these seats. These are the original seats from the car back in 1984. They were upholstered in tweed about 20, almost 30 years ago, I guess. So they're pretty dirty, but they're in good shape overall. I'm going to hit them with the extractor and see if I can get all this cleaned up. And I think I'll just put that on a time lapse. You can follow along that way. And I'll pop in and let you know what I'm using for tools and how that progress is going. We'll get to that later. So right now I'm working on the seats, and this is one of the seats from the '84. So this is just a inexpensive Harbor Freight pump sprayer. I'm using Meguiar's APC, mixed about 10 to 1. So right now I've got a little under a liter in there, or maybe a gallon, I don't know. We're just gonna pump that thing up, soak that seat, and then let it sit for a little bit, and then hit it with the extractor. I need to throw some water in the extractor off camera, and then we'll be good to go. First pass on the bottom doesn't look bad. There's a spot here and then some kind of grease there, so I'm going to put some degreaser on it. The rest of it's coming out pretty well. You can kind of see, I mean, this 30-year-old fabric. I'll probably, when I get done with that, I'm going to lay this down. There's some kind of gunk there. Everything else on here is just dusty, dirty. So yeah, I'm going to hit that with some more. I might just try some more APC first and see if that does anything, and then hit it with some degreaser. So I used some Stoner's tar and sap remover, and that spot is gone. I have not really tackled this yet. And you may be wondering, because I probably should have explained, what is tweed and why did people use it? Well, back in the late 80s, early 90s, tweed was all the rage.
Yeah, it's like a tweed suit or something, but it's kind of a cool fabric. It's really durable. One of the biggest problems with it is it kind of starts to pill up, and I'll show you. I have a little clothes shaver thing that gets rid of the pilling. I'll grab that in a bit, but first I'm going to go ahead and try and get that pinkish spot out. I think if I just soak it real good with some APC, that'll probably take care of it. So about the second or third pass with APC, looking a lot better. Not quite as noticeable. I'm going to try a drill brush just to see if I can agitate that a little bit. I don't know even what that stain is, but I have to be careful with the drill brush on this fabric because it does tend to pill. So we'll try it. So that was another pass with the drill brush. That's actually coming out pretty nice. I don't know exactly what that is. Might be able to actually pull out those individual pieces that are kind of not white, see what that does. But I'm gonna go get my little tool to depill this. Right, so here's my clothes shaver or whatever. It's a Conair, nothing fancy, super cheap thing. You can adjust how deep it goes. It's got a little catch thing right there. You dump out the stuff. So I'm gonna put you on time lapse and see if we can get this knocked out. All right, so there is the seat back, or the top of the seat, I guess. Got one little place right here. I don't know what that is. It might just be some dried candy. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna try some tar remover, and if that doesn't get it, I'll get the steamer out and see if we can knock it out. The tar remover didn't really do much to it, so I'm gonna grab this steamer. It's a little McCullough steamer. If you watch the Detail Geek, it'll probably be familiar to you because it's the one that he used, or at least used to use. I haven't used this before, so I'll figure out how to get it set up and then I've been working in the garage and things were going smoothly, and then my steamer to heat up. I thought I'd maybe walk around the shop and just show you a couple of the cars in here. That right there is my GLA 45 AMG. This belongs to my daughter's boyfriend, and right now it has a big hole in the block. Sent it a little too hard. So yeah, this is, let me back up a little bit. You can see my bunk beds, as my kids call it, for the Cadillac and the Firehawk. Usually when it starts to get nasty here in Kentucky, those get put up. The Cadillac will be in a car show indoors in February. Firehawk doesn't get driven much anymore. We go to the Trans Am Nationals every year in it. It won its class last year. Super happy about that. The Cadillac has won LS Fest Show and Shine, the late model class 2 years in a row. And you might, I don't know if you saw those trophies in the video when I was kind of zooming past. So 2020, 2021, and then if you know what that is, let me know in the comments.